Hi, my regal Leos. This is your month. Happy birthday if you're a Leo sun. If you're a Leo ascendant, sun, or moon, this is the monthly astrological horoscope for you. It's a very active couple of weeks that we've had. It's a very active time because it's eclipse season and you are at the front of it all. We've had three eclipses back to back. Third one we're going to have in the month of August. Eclipses bring about lifelong changes. They bring about the changes that last us for a very long time. They accelerate us into next phase of our lives. You are one of the four signs who are most affected during this eclipse season, and two of the three eclipses have been in your sign or in your opposite sign, and now in the month of August we have the last eclipse in your sign. And that is not just the last eclipse of the season. You're bringing the eclipse season to a close, but it's the last eclipse along with North Node in Leo for the next 19 years. So you're bringing a whole chapter of life to end and a new chapter beginning. And the next 6 months are all about bringing a closure to one phase of your life and initiating a brand new phase in your life, especially if you're a Leo with your sun, moon, ascendant between 14 to 24 degree of Leo, or if you're born between 8th of August to 18th of August. This is a very significant time of new beginnings for you. The last eclipse that happened in 27th of July in Aquarius was more significant for early Leos. That was all about letting go. So you're working on two energies during the month of August. You're obviously still processing the 27th July eclipse that happened in your partnership sector, which brought to light or will bring to light during this month on what's not working in your marriage partnership, what's not working in your business partnership. This is like close business partnership, a person that you share a business with, or a person who works very close with you, even a client who's invested in your business, for example. What's not working out in that partnership will come to light, what's not serving you anymore. And the next 6 months are all about either reworking or letting that person or that project or that client go. While the new moon that's happening on 11th of August is all about a new start. It's about starting a new phase of life for you, and it's coming in conjunction with North Node. When Sun and North Node come together, and as I said, they will not come together for the next 19 years, they ignite our purpose. They ignite a hunger for growth. The inner resolution to change things become all the more stronger, and that's what we are entering this month with. We are entering this month with a burning desire to change things up, to shake things up, even when so many planets are in retrograde. Planets being retrograde means that they appear to be moving backward from our perspective from Earth. Even when that's the case, retrograde planets make us go inward. Our action is more directed inward. It requires us to do a lot more work than direct planets would. Even with that energy, it's an energy of change. It's an energy of optimism for you. Even though it may not feel at the start of the month, things will move so fast in completely different direction that the end of the month will end up at a completely different note from what it started from. So it's a month to hold our head up, to be proud in who we are. That's what Leo season is all about: being proud in who we are, being authentic in who we are, being your full self, and doing something about the realization that eclipse season has brought to you. What's not working for you, doing something about it, because Leo is the sign of I will. Cancer season that just ended is the sign of I feel. So that was all about feeling what's not working, bringing something to closure that's not working. Leo season is all about what are we going to do. It's about making things happen, because you are a constant fire sign. You are a fixed fire sign. You believe in working for it. You believe in consistently working for it. You are a passionate sign. You are a creative, self-expressive, warm sign who believes in bringing things to a conclusion, bringing things to a it's not about change. It's about giving all your firepower to something that you want to be committed to. And this month, you are starting something new that you want to be fully committed to. So that's the change that's coming about. Before we go further into your 11th August new moon partial solar eclipse, which is the new beginning for you, it's important to know how we are getting there, because it's like getting to your wedding without having your vows ready, because you need to know what energy you're working with before you get there. So the one of the key aspects that you're working with while you're getting there is Uranus square Mars. Uranus is the planet of change, inspiration, and Mars is the planet of energy and drive, and they are sitting in a strong negative aspect to each other. When they're sitting in a square aspect, which is considered to be I'm sorry, I won't say negative, it's a hard aspect, it's a tough energy to work with, but it's you sometimes need the hard energy. So Uranus is sitting in your work sector, trying to change your work sector completely, and Mars is sitting in your partnership sector. It's an urge to change things up, especially your partnerships, to take your next career change, especially if you're in your own business or you're starting a new work. It's about shaking things up a bit. And as much as you're a fire sign, you like to put in all your energies, you're also a fixed sign, you don't like changes in your work. You need sometimes a Uranus square Mars kind of an explosive energy to get out of a situation that's not working for you. And cosmos have worked such that these two planets are doing the dance of moving forward and backward, overextending the time that they should be spending together. So this energy will be live till end of September, giving you the push to get out of a situation that's not working for you, or act on a situation that is not working for you. But while the planets are retrograde, they're not moving in the direction they should. This is more of a time of making this change inward. The cosmos are pointing towards telling you that something inside you needs to change first before the outer manifestation of it can come together. So that's why the planet of action and the planet of freedom are coming together, but working more inward than outward. What will happen is that if you act on it right now, it will come out as thoughtless destruction versus constructive action. That's why I am suggesting that you take this more inward versus outward. These two planets will continue to do the dance till end of September, and the Mars will move in the right direction and cross the eclipse point end of September. That you will see things moving in the right direction. You'll be able to do what you need to do. You will in fact start moving in that direction from end of August itself, when planet starts moving direct. But right now, in the first few weeks of August, it's more about doing the inner work, being ready. What are you going to do? How are you going to bring about that change? What is the plan of action? Mercury is also moving backward and in your sign, and Mercury is the sign of communication. It's the sign of business. It's the sign of commerce. It's the sign of making connections. So when it is moving backwards, it's making you work really hard on these areas. It's making you perfect your business plan. It's making you perfect your communication skills, because you're moving to the top of the chart. When you're moving to the top of the chart, you need to be perfect in how you are communicating your message out to the world. That's what this energy is asking you to do. It's asking you to work on yourself before you are out in the world. And it's not, things will accelerate so fast. This energy is only for the next 3 weeks that you're reworking while your new start is about to come. And Sun comes together with Mercury while it's moving backwards on 8th of August. So Uranus square Mars, the first aspect that I told you is live for most of the month till the end of September, but it's very rife during first week of August. It's also impulsive. It can lead to rash actions. Just be beware of that. Beware of any accidents, hurting yourself, especially with respect to your vehicles, cars, electricity. Be careful about that, because it can increase stress and anxiety. It's like running a fully charged motor in muddy water. So it can bring about some of those stresses out in the open. And people will be acting from a lower energy, but you are the sign of rising above it all. So just keep that in mind. the things that help you, there is so much that helps you before the 11th August comes about. That's why it's important to know. Venus moves into Libra in your house of communication. You become even more charming than you naturally are in your communication. Your popularity increases. It makes a positive aspect with Mars. Your actions become better in terms of helping you get there. Your social life becomes better. Your relationship with the people who are you working with become a little bit better. It eases you into this change. Sun and Mercury come together on 8th of August. It's the time of high activity, polishing your skills, clearing the paperwork, correcting that plan, interaction of you with the right sort of people, being out and about. Just be careful about the egos that are rife during this time. When your light is shining outward so blatantly, some people are not going to like it because they are not going to have that healthy self-esteem. So you might end up hurting a few people. Just be careful about that. Not because you're aiming to hurt anybody. Some people don't like the sun shining in their eyes, so that's going to happen. Just be careful about that. Manage the reactions to provocations coming from other people. That's what you need to do. Protect yourself. Sun will square Jupiter as well. Sun and square, I mean, this is the most positive aspect. When Sun and Jupiter are in aspect to each other, even when it's a hard aspect, I find it's like getting hit by a stick by luck. It's still a positive aspect even if you're being hit hard by it. Just be careful about going overboard when so much positivity is coming your way. Don't overpromise. Don't chew more than you can take, because you'll have to work on it. Saturn is in 6th house. It will make you work very hard on the projects you're taking on right now, even though they are what you're going to love to do, because Saturn and Uranus are working in positive energy with each other. So you're going to get some innovative work that you're going to love to do for a longer period of time. But be careful not to overpromise at this point in time. Stay off overindulgence as well. Have fun with it. It's a very positive aspect. It's going to give you optimism, confidence, luck, all the things that you've been waiting for. But don't overindulge, because too much coming too fast can make shortcuts come easy, which will come to bite you. Because whatever you're building right now, the Saturn Uranus coming together, making a long-term innovative plan for you, 2020, come 2020, everything that you're building right now will undergo a thorough test and a constant test. So just be sure that you're building very strong foundations in your new beginning right now. Moon will also square Jupiter, so it's a feel good energy, well-being energy. Just stay away from an overindulgence into food and alcohol. It's something nobody wants to hear during their birthday, but that's just what it is. Be careful about that. And all of that coming together comes 11th August, new moon, partial solar eclipse in Leo, which is positively aspected by Mercury. It's sitting next to Mercury, so it's an active energy, something new with a lot of communication, social life, energy comes into your life, and it's squaring Jupiter. So it's lucky, it's optimistic, it's grandiose. Just be careful about getting overboard with it. One date on the build up that I'll warn you about is 4th of August. Careful on the emotions on that day, because Moon joins this Mars square Uranus energy, and Moon is in 10th house of your work. So there might be some anger, pain coming out, from some discomfort, maybe some realization from the last eclipse about your co-workers maybe coming out, which you may not like. The 4th of August, just keep your calm. This positive energy is coming on 11th of August, after which things will start moving in the positive direction. 11th of August, new moon eclipse is happening at 18 degree of Leo. Last that it happened in this exact degree was in 1999. If you were there, you can look back to see what happened in August of 1999, because the same point is ignited. Closer home, look towards August 2017. What is that you started closing from last August to this August? What is it that you're building to close? Because it happened in opposite sign to where the new moon is happening. So it's possible, especially for the Leos, which are born between 8th to 13th of August, or have ascendant between 15 to 18 degree of Leo, that you might have put a closure to something from last August to this August, and you're bringing that to a closure and starting something new from 11th of August. The most affected are Leos between 14 to 24 degree of Leo. So you're born between 8th of August to 18th of August, then you're affected the most. Fixed signs are the most affected. So Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius between 14 to 24 degree are most affected during this. While this eclipse is leading to the right place, eclipses are very sensitive point from health perspective, especially if they're hitting your ascendant, sun or moon. Be very careful about your heart, blood pressure, arthritis, bone issues being aggravated, inflammation coming about in these areas. Just be careful about that. Careful about your health. Take adequate rest during the new moon of 11th of August, plus minus 1 or 2 days. Now with this eclipse, all of your angular houses are activated, and you're the only sign where that's happening, at least to the extent that it's happening. So you have this solar eclipse, new moon in your own sign, igniting your first house. First house is all about your confidence, your personality, how you look, your physical appearance, your career, your image in the world. You are reinventing yourself. The new look, the new way of expressing yourself to the world is coming out, especially if you are a Leo ascendant. If you're a Leo sun, then you're changing your health habit, you're starting new career, you're realizing your power, and you're putting yourself first. It might be causing some changes in the in your father's life as well. If it's your Leo moon, then you're motivated to change the place of living or modify the existing place of living. Or you might have you might become a mother if you're a Leo moon. Your emotional needs are coming to a forefront, and probably finding a release during this new moon if you're a Leo moon as well. So your first house is getting ignited there. Jupiter is sitting at the bottom of your chart on your 4th house of emotional needs, giving you the healing over there. 7th house was ignited by the last eclipse of 27th of July, and Uranus is changing your career sector in the 10th. So you are the only sign in which all of these critical points are being ignited during this eclipse season so actively in all directions. This is the year of making real tangible changes. Jupiter and Neptune will come together for the last time in their third meeting on 19th of August, when they're this aspect is live during the eclipse as well, during your eclipse as well, from August 11th to August 25th, but it's exact on 19th of August. This is a sublime energy. Jupiter is the planet of luck, of knowledge, of positivity, coming together with the spiritual planet of Neptune. And Neptune is in Pisces. Jupiter rules Pisces, so Jupiter becomes a depositor or a collector of the positive energy of this aspect, expanding the healing, expanding the past being given up, forgiving whatever was holding you back, forgiving whatever emotional healing you needed. This is spiritual enlightenment. This is an excellent energy. Whether you believe in spirituality or not, go towards water, pray, meditate, whatever you think you need to do, but heal yourself. Because Leos, when you don't heal yourself, your spinal cord is irritated, your muscles are irritated. It will hurt you physically if you don't release what needs to be released right now. So let it go, whatever needs to be released during this transit. Saturn and Pluto are in Earth signs, so it's about material manifestation. This whole year is about material manifestation in Earth, because there's so much of Earth energy which causes real tangible changes to come about. There's discipline, there's focus, there's specific realistic goals being targeted. With Jupiter and Pluto working on positive energy, this is the year to start these changes. This is the year of awareness of the cycle of death and rebirth that you're undergoing. Saturn and Uranus coming in positive energies, asking you to be flexible, to adapt to these changes, to transform with these changes. to flow with these changes. Know that you're building on top of something old. Something new is being built on something old and solid foundation. You will be loving what you do going forward, and there's no other sign for whom it's more important to love what they do than Leos. It, as I said, I mean, all this physically and in health affects you. Mercury is retrograde in fire sign throughout this year. It's taming our fire, our impulses to help this material manifestation come about. So all of these outer planets are working in positive energy with you in Earth sign to make a material manifestation come true for you. This is what you're working with. This is the positive energy that you're working with, and the energy becomes even more sublime after the 11th of August solar eclipse, because things start slowly moving in the right direction. On 12th of August, Mars moves into Capricorn. Mars is much more stronger in Capricorn. It's the Mars is our drive, is our ability to do things, and Capricorn, being the earth sign, gives it the cool head, the control, the working hard energy that Leos love. You're revising now the work that you might have done in early May to realize your ambitions and hard work. There might be something that you might have worked on in early May that you're going over again during this time. And Mars will go direct at the end of the month as well, while on 26th, 27th of August. So things will start moving very rapidly in the right direction at your work sector, because Mars is moving to your work and health sector. You'll start modifying your health, you'll start modifying your work sector, and whatever you do right now will start yielding results in the right direction. End of August is when the action will all begin and things start moving in the right direction. 19th of August, Mercury also moves direct, so communication improves end of August as well. 18th of August, before Mercury going direct and while Mercury is going direct, it makes a positive aspect with Venus in your communication sector. This is fun loving, socializing, relaxed, charming energy. So it makes a series of these easier transits, which makes life and things flow so much easier than the start of the month. On 23rd of August, Sun will move into Virgo, which is into your second house of money. So you've figured out what new you need to initiate. Now you're going into the monetary details of how to make the money out of it. There's more earth energy, more manifestation energy here. But this was not it. The positivity reaches its height on 26th of August when you have the full moon at 3° Pisces. This is excellent energy because it's not coming alone, it's coming with a grand earth trine again. This time the grand earth trine is coming with Sun in Virgo in your second house of money, Saturn in Capricorn in your sixth house of work, and Uranus in 10th house in your work sector, in your destiny of the world. So you are manifesting something great in monetary work sector during the end of the month with this full moon coming about. The moon makes an opposition to the sun in full moon, and the moon is in 8th house, so this becomes a kite formation. Now kite formation is very rare. It's great for material manifestation. It's great for bringing about great results, positive results in both health and work sector for you. Full moon at 3° Pisces also throws the light onto your 8th house, which is all about settling some debt, resolving any issues in joint finances, or getting a financing from a financial institutions to you. You might need to lay out some cash as well. It is very good. It could be very good for your spouse's income as well. So just take care of that. If you have any debt that needs to be settled, etc., that might come into light. As I said, on August 27th, Mars goes direct at 28° Capricorn. Your work, health house, all of that, full steam ahead. You're working into it, movement towards mid of September. You're working in these areas and it's all yielding results. It's all about getting more alive. Venus and Pluto is going to make a hard aspect on 26th of August, which is in the same vein as I said. I mean, you're reevaluating some of your personal relationships, whether it's love relationships or your work relationships. There is going to be tension, power struggles, some resolutions required. More of that will come in September on that. We're going to talk more more about relationships in September when more to come. So let's wait for that. Have a great birthday and hope you have a great month ahead. Thank you.